Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome again to the platform of Project 365. Project 365. We're happy that you join us today. For those that will watch now and those that will watch later, we're just happy to have you with us. And today, let's welcome our Kira. What are you?
The co-host.
The co-host. You're the co-host. You're the co-host, my beautiful, beautiful co-host. And we will welcome our guest momentarily. Well, I am Portia Wheatley. I am the founder and president of our nonprofit organization, acknowledged as Trophy of Life Incorporated. We have the distinct pleasure of rendering hope and encouragement to the world. And I take great pleasure in doing that because that is a God-given gift that He's given me and my team. And I'm grateful for that particular assignment. Well, today we are shifting. We are shifting because I have decided, and Holy Spirit has also agreed. No, I've agreed with Holy Spirit to set aside Saturdays as a time to listen and hear and acknowledge our younger generation. So Saturdays will be given to young people, the millennials, I forgot the next age,
Generation Z.
Generation Z.
Yes,
And then
and
we have
Generation Alpha.
okay, look, all of those. Say it one more time, all three.
The Millennials, Generation Z, and Generation Alpha.
Okay. Ooh. Well, we're going to hear from them because believe me, they have a voice and they have something they would like to share. And believe it or not, they have hope, encouragement, and inspiration for those generations, as well as the older people, the seasoned people, the seniors, just people that may be older than them. They have something that you can learn from. So I think I put in my post, if we listen to them, maybe they'll listen to us. So I wanted to take this opportunity to, first of all, say thank you to Aryn. She is our guest today, Aryn Wilson Tucker, and she has agreed to be our spokesperson, to be our coordinator, to be the individual that will speak on behalf of her generation as well as others, because it's a team job. It's teamwork. We need each other, and she is going to be our next generation coordinator. So that is who Aryn Wilson Tucker is. But I just sat here when she came on. I sat here. I've known Aryn for years and years. I've known her mother and I've known her family and all of them. But when she came on just now, I sat here and I thought, I'm like, what do I know about Aryn? Just a few attributes came to mind, characteristics of Aryn. She's smart, intelligent, caring. She's a hard worker. She's a worshiper. She's courageous. She's a leader. She's a college student and she has a strong voice. And I just opened my mind, I opened my heart to receive Aryn. So I'm going to yield the platform to her so that she can share whatever she wants to share. Aryn Wilson Tucker, you got it, sweetheart.
Hi everyone. Well, like everyone said, my name is Aryn Wilson Tucker. I am a college student. This is my senior year at the Coppin State University in West Baltimore. I am a early childhood education major as well as a minor in dance. My GPA right now is a 3.57.
Woo-hoo!
Okay, but it took a lot to get there. It took a lot to get there to that point. I know, like in my younger years in like elementary school, I've always had A's and B's. Or in high school and also middle school, always had A's and B's. However, my mom knew that there's a disconnect or there's something that didn't add up. And a lot of the administrators will say, oh, she's an A-B student. She's in the top percent of her class. She's okay. Why are you worried about her? Like, what's up? Why are you worried about her? But my mom was persistent in trying to get, aware, like bringing the awareness to me, and actually trying to understand why her daughter is lacking somewhere. So around 2014, my pediatrician finally agreed with mom. Well, if everybody don't know, my mom is Vanessa Wilson Bowden. People call her Faye, if you don't know. So our pediatrician had, agreed. It was like, okay, we're going to send you to a neuropsychologist at Mount Washington in Baltimore, Maryland. And, my mom, I felt her relief. Like I saw her relief of saying, good, I'm not speaking on deaf ears. People were actually listening to me. And I went, my neuropsychologist, Mount Washington is a very good hospital. They really took care of us and had the nice listings. I took several tests. They tested me, my creative level, the analytical area and everything. And finally, we got the results. And for some people who may not know, Aryn Wilson Tucker, I am diagnosed with dyslexic. I also am ADHD on the on the attention deficit side. Okay. I also have a I'm gonna say it wrong, but this is why they said I had this disability. It's a phonological processing disorder, meaning that there's certain sounds that I can't say or that I can't articulate. And also sometimes when I may be having like a gradual conversation, I may become tense or overwhelmed because I don't understand and I can't process.
Gotcha.
And I had these ever since I guess I was little. And now in 2014, when we finally got that diagnosis, everything started coming like aware. Like when I was reading, I hate reading. Hate is a strong word. I dislike reading. I don't want nobody to use hate. I dislike reading. Why I dislike reading is because words will be backwards. My letters will be backwards, like B, the P, D's, M and W's. I hate it. And I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want to read. Mom, can you help me? Stuff like that. And, of course she was helping me. But now I have the appropriate accommodations.
Yeah.
Going into Coppin State University, the fall of 2016, I went to the DSSP office on Coppin, and they read through my report that my neuropsychologist had, and they gave me the right amount of accommodations. So I have extra time on, my assignments. I'm able to get my professors notes beforehand, look at the presentations beforehand. I get access to textbooks, large print textbooks. One of my textbooks are right here. My large print textbooks, so that I can be able to see the letters and I won't get it, backwards and everything. And with these accommodations and being able to have those one-on-ones with my professors and keeping it confidential, that's why I love my professors, and that Coppin is a very small knit school. So I was able to have those personal relationships with my professors. And they helped me grow. They really helped me through my accommodations. And I was able to get to my 3.57 GPA. I am in 2 honor societies.
Wow.
At Coppin. I am in the top, I think 30% in my class when I graduate, according to my advisor. And I was like, oh, are you serious? Just to say all of this in a nutshell, it's kind of like never judge your book by its cover. Yes, Pastor Portia, on portion.
Whatever you want to call me, it's all good.
Okay, Pastor Portia, like when she said, you know, like all those great, wonderful characteristics and attributes about me, there are still underlining things that people may not know, which is, you know, my illnesses. You may never thought that Aryn had the illnesses, you know,
Right.
those
I didn't know.
things, because, you know, how I presented myself, how I talk very well, like I know and everything. Why? Because I also do my homework. I make sure that I am grounded in what I do. Make sure that I pray before I speak, so that if I'm speaking, it's not out of frustration because I don't understand. I want to make sure that you're hearing me when I articulate my words correctly. So like, it's like, and then also with my illnesses that kind of helped me with my illnesses is also my creative side. I don't, people may know, people may not know that I am heavily active in my church, Kingdom Worship Center on York Road. I am a youth leader for the teenage ministry from 11 to 17. And I'm also one of the team leads at the dance ministry at the church. So with my illnesses, I definitely use my dancing to inspire, to encourage, and to bring hope to the ones that are lost. Even on my college campus, you know, I do that when I'm in the dance studio. I make sure that when I'm dancing, I'm just freeing. I'm free because I know that with this creative God put in me, because I'm anointed to do that. I am anointed.
Yes.
I am anointed to, you know, dance and to be able to call out things while I'm in that spiritual realm. While I'm dancing, you know, I'm able to break down strongholds. I'm able to break chains. I'm able to call, you know, the lost, like, come back to church. You know, I know that that's what I'm here to do. And with my underlying disabilities, I'm able to bring people that look like me and that have those same disabilities like me, to be able to tell them, yo, you can do that. Don't sit there just because, you know, yeah, you have a whole disability down the list. So the paper don't define you. You define who you are. You put yourself forward and be like, this is who I am. Mm-hmm. Accept me for who I am. You don't need to know my rap sheet. You don't need to know my rap sheet. You know, just accept me for who I am and the attributes and everything, and never judge a book by its cover. Like, I had so many hindrances when it came to dancing. People don't know, like, when I started to walk, I broke my femur bone that's in my thigh. When I was in the 5th grade, I tore my my ankle. And then when I was in college, I tore my meniscus. I tore my meniscus. All those things, you know, that may have put a setback and be like, Dad, you can't dance, Dad, you can't do that, you can't do what you were called to do. No, you still keep going. Yes. You still have to try to defeat all odds, no matter what trial or tribulations that is standing in your way. You still have to defeat them and be like, oh, that's that hill right there. Okay, I got that. God on my side, I got that. Okay, like you have to, and you have to bring that, you know, that attitude, that with you everywhere, anywhere you work, you walk, where you go. You got to bring that bring that spunk. Oh, I got that. I can tackle that. Oh, you think I can't do it? Back, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Mm-hmm. I may not go as fast as my peers, but I'm a get there. I'm gonna get there. You know, I may not understand how they understand real fast, but I'm gonna get there. Yes. I mean, that's how I am when I'm sitting in class. You know, I hear my professors talking and everything, and my cohorts are able to do like this, but I have to sit back and process and be like, what are you saying to me? Let me make sure I got it right. And I used to always go, you know, tell my professors, and they'd be like, yes, Miss Wilson, yes. That's what it is. And then they always be like, wow, I never saw it in that light. Thank you for bringing it in that light, you know? So it's like, you always have something to share. You know, you never, ever, ever judge a book by its cover. Or even you have these, disabilities, learning disabilities, or anything that you have, and you have vision that you want to do. If you want to, have your own business, if you want to succeed, if you want to do this, you want to do that, you can do it. Don't let it stop. And like I said earlier, I am becoming a teacher. I want to be a teacher, a first grade teacher. First grade, that's my heart. Right now, I am interning in Howard County public schools as a first grade teacher. Okay. And having like ADHD, having dyslexia and a phonological processing disorder, you would never thought that I would become a teacher. You would never think that, because when you're a teacher, you have to make sure that you can pronounce words correctly so that you can teach the kids, good and everything. But you can still do it. Nonetheless, you can still do it. And I tell all my youth, at Kingdom Worship Center, you can still do it. Yeah, that it may hurt. Yeah, you step your foot. Yeah, you just took, 5 step backs, but you can still come back. You can still do it. You can still, anything that you put your mind to, you can still do it. Who cares if you have a whole rap sheet? You can still do it. Anything that you put your mind to, you can do it. So again, never judge a book by its cover, because a lot of people still have stuff in their bags. We got the stuff in their bags, but you may never know until we just sit here and open our book. And then for you to go ahead and read my story. And that's the only reason you don't know.
Gotcha. Beautiful. Let me ask you this. What do you think about the racism problem?
Racism problem. Racism problem. I've always, racism is a taught behavior. To me, it's a very taught. Most of my kids are white or Caucasian that I teach. There's a very few African Americans. And my kids they welcome me with open arms. We just recently talked about, I taught a lesson on Martin Luther King, because I wanted them to know. And they always recite the I Have a Dream speech. And they be like, Miss Wilson, you can be my teacher now. I am so happy. You can be my teacher now. I love you. And that just brings me so much joy. And even I'm also a child care teacher I work at the Goddard School here in Towson, and majority of those kids that I look after are Caucasian as well. And every time I walk in the building, they be like, hi, Miss Aryn, how are you? Oh my goodness, Miss Aryn, I like your hair. We can have the same type of hair. I have the hair. And I have a bally in my hair for them, and they be like, oh my goodness, Miss Aryn, you wearing bally too? Yay! So racism is just a taught behavior. Kids are full of love. They don't see no color. They don't see no color at all.
All right. That's so beautiful. Kira?
Well, one, like I always say in the beginning, thank you so much for coming on here and being brave enough to share your story, because a lot of times younger people don't want to be judged by others, so they don't share things that could help everyone if they knew. So one, you just carry yourself so great, because I never knew these things about you until you told me the other day, and I'm like, what? And I've known you your whole life. So
yeah, just like that. I never want people to look at me in a different light. So that's why I really don't share my disabilities or my illnesses, because I don't want you to think, oh, she has a disability, so I can speak to her like I'm 2 years old. No, you cannot. You can speak to me like I'm about to turn 23 years old. You can speak like that. But like I said, I just don't want nobody to judge me. So that's why I don't disclose. Like, if you're in my close circle, I mean, but yeah, never want to disclose. But now I feel like it's time to kind of like come out the closet and not hide, because there are other people who may suffer with dyslexia, who is ADHD, who has those phonological processing disorder, that needs to know that there are someone like me, who is strong, who is a leader, who's just that you can be that same person too.
Right. And you don't have to let things that are supposed to be negative, like you said, define who you are. And you use those setbacks and kind of use like the slingshot effect, okay, so I could be pushed back by this, but I'm going to make sure it propels me forward to complete and accomplish my goals. So I'm very proud of you. I hope we all have learned something from this wonderful testimony. One, don't judge a book by its cover. You never know what someone's going through. And just like people don't know what you're going through, you don't know what someone else is going through. That's why we need to treat each other with love and kindness. Yeah. Generally, in just a general way, because you never know what blessings you're missing out on by judging someone else or cutting someone off because of a deficiency. Let me see. Do you have any other things to ask her? I think that was a great testimony.
Great. It was great. I just want parents, other young people, anyone who views this, that knows someone who may have a child who have experienced some of the things that Aryn has experienced, share this with them. Take time to sit with them and view it. Don't just push it in front of them, so that you can expound upon some of the things that Aryn talked about, but you can do it with your child or with your teenager or your young adult. And some of what she said is great for adults. Not necessarily adults, but those that are older. So it's not just for the next generation or millennials or those other two generations that you said. But we want the young people to know you really have some things to look forward to. You can still be that teacher. I'm looking on some of the comments. I see Linda Jones says you would be a great teacher. Who but more equipped than you?
Yes.
And she puts that 100 beside it and a heart.
That 100, yeah.
Yes. yes. And Kira, no, I think it's Kiara.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she's taking up the whole screen almost. That's your girl right there.
That's my big sis.
Yes. So we thank you for watching, everyone. And again, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. I'm hoping and praying that we will reach our quota and our number so that we can get our own customized link. Okay. Not just that, but we want to share this message from Aryn all over the world. Come on, we got to think a little bigger than just, like I said, our street, our neighborhood, our state. We have to think bigger than that. So we're looking to share this message all over the world. All right. Anything else? We're good. We're moving.
I do have one more thing to say.
Okay.
I do want to commend your mom for noticing, seriously, for noticing that maybe something may have been a little off and to get you tested. A lot of times, especially in our culture, we'll just push things like that to the side. Yeah. And it was a good thing that, she got you tested to see what was going on and to just to let other people out there know there's nothing wrong with going to get tested. It just means you may have to organize a little differently or plan more time or just change the way you learn things a little. So if you feel like something may just be a little off or you're not grasping something or you're noticing something's not right with your children, just go get tested. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
That's right.
That's all. Just want to put that out there.
Or even talk to your child's teacher, because inside of your school system you have speech pathologists. My cousin Andrea Rubin, she's going to school for speech pathology. So guys, she can send you your invoice, once she completes her degree. But in your school system, they have those, different resources. You, the parent, you have to reach out and be that advocate for your child, because nobody else will be that advocate for your child. Right. They passed the No Left Behind bill like a long time ago, and they are now, even in this virtual world, they're just pushing kids along. But if you know that your child needs help, reach out to your teachers so that you can get those services and those resources. And then if they did what they did to my mom, oh, you were A, B student, blah, blah, blah. Go to your pediatrician. Make sure your pediatrician has your back, and they will send you to a neuropsychologist or have other resources or professionals that may help this case of your child.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, on today, I pray that you receive some type of hope. You've definitely been encouraged, and you receive some type of inspiration. Again, thank you so very much, Aryn, for being bold and courageous. And
Thank
to
you.
Kira, thank you
Yes.
always. Love you, sis. No, that was an inside hug. I got in on that one.
Yes,
Yes. You get in on it. It's
Get in
okay.
on-
Come on in.
yes, come on in.
Stop it. Okay, we're rolling out, and we will
Yes.
see you tomorrow. God bless you. We love you.
Love you.